Hello, my name is Josh Duza, and I'm going to talk about Bitcoins. I'm part of Group 2. However, I am getting married tomorrow, and unfortunately, I was unable to make the class tonight to give my presentation. I wanted to record this video so I can go over my portion of our project. This is our title page about Bitcoins. And Bitcoins are a web currency, um, and they were released as an open source software in 2009 by its investor Shiitake Kamamoto. It relies on peer-to-peer interactions, and so it makes it so it doesn't require a third bank or a third party. Um, so we have our wiki index here, and I'm going to go over the positive effects on Bitcoins first. Bitcoins and cryptocurrency are becoming more and more popular in today's business environment. We've seen this with different industries, including illegal use of illegal use of arms, and the underground world. Um, but it really does have some major advantages. Bitcoin is unique not only because it is a virtual currency, but because it's a proof of concept of a decentralized, non-issue electronic currency, meaning that it is a flowing currency. Um, and a floating currency, as we can see right here, by Investosphere, a country's exchange regime where its currency is set by the foreign exchange market through supply and demand for a particular currency. So this has to go with when we hear that the US dollar is dropping. Um, it's only worth X amount of cents on the dollar, or your yen is dropping or rising because of supply and demand. So floating currency is considered a positive to most businesses because it helps with automated balance of payments adjustments, freeing internal policy, answers to crisis, flexibility. However, it does set up for uncertainty, lack of investment. People really do have to get behind it. Speculation, lack of discipline, and there's nothing about inflation, because it is based on because it's floating, it goes up and down. You're not going to really see an inflation as you would in many other places. So, the protection against inflation is a key component of Bitcoins. The coin is how much more the promise and pearl of digital currency. Traditional currencies rely on central banks to regulate money. Introducing new money into circulation is needed. Quantified easy policies adopted by the U.S. Federal Reserve had tried to curb them and potentially causing inflation. Bitcoins and tranches use cryptography to guarantee a relative fixed money supply, which is allowed to grow at regular intervals. So you're not going to see like an influxation of cash where it's going to dilute the market. One of the biggest concerns is how we're going to account for this stuff in the future. And we have CoinDesk, it's an online Bitcoin, um, and the Bitcoin regulation report, which will actually go over all the new regulations from different places. So from the positives, we go into the future. And really, the future is up in the air right now. It's hard to say because of the ever-changing demographics, the ever-changing policies, and government aspects. Um, it's difficult to determine. We have a nice video right here, which you can check out later, which is the future of Bitcoins. They go a great job. But the biggest things we have are blockchains, which is pretty much if you think of a ledger, um, it's a distribution public ledger of transactions and it's easily trackable. The goal of blockchains is to eliminate the cost and time clearing and selling financial assets, so buying and selling becomes instantaneously. Um, but the next step really to me is the using of ATMs and being able to withdraw money. So we have our ATM, and this is actually what an ATM looks like for a Bitcoin. It's very similar to the ones that we see every single day. CoinDesk is revolutionary because they use the CoinDesk Bitcoin price index, which is a way to establish the price of a Bitcoin through many markets. The criteria is you can see right here, but The real feature is that it gives a starting point. Um, and we can see by loading this. Oh, it's not gonna let me do it, but the graph, you can actually see the price of the bitcoins as compared to the BPI index. So the ATM is becoming more and more popular. We're actually seeing some of them actually pop up on the West Coast. Um, Minimum trade size, so that way you can actually buy or sell your bitcoins from your ATM looking using CoinDesk, which we're going to go to CoinDesk real quick. And this is an awesome website. This is where they are located right now. So we actually got one right here in North Carolina. And and it has a lot of good information from this site. Here's my annotated bibliography. I used 16 different sources. And that is it. Thank you and have a great day.